RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Macias Insurance Agency, your local independent insurance agent. Andy's Auto Body, Tire, and Auto Service and Sales. Auto Butler Car Wash and Express Lube, located at 1706 Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Roper's Regal Beagle, the Metro East's premier sports bar and grill. Shell Community Federal Credit Union, the one place to go for all your banking needs. Liberty Bank, bank local, bank Liberty. Ruderman Plumbing, your locally owned plumbing superheroes. Gerard Fisher American Family Insurance, all of your protection under one roof. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding member expectations since 1934. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. 4204 Main Street Brewing Company, locally brewed craft beer and the area's best 100% certified Angus steaks and burgers. Calc Institute of Technology, your future, your success. C&B Bank and Trust, Illinois' oldest bank.
It's the final play of the game. Down by 4, Andes will need to score to win it. The quarterback lines up, ball is snapped. It's a handoff. He breaks outside of the tackle. He's got daylight. He could go all the way. Touchdown! Andes wins.
You too can score a touchdown at Andes Auto Sales.
Check out the all-star lineup at Andes Auto Sales today.
One of the greatest myths about car dealers is that some pay less for their cars than others. Hi, I'm John Roberts, and we all pay the same. Here at Roberts Motors, we can compete with any Ford dealer, regardless of how big they are or how great they say their deals are. The number one concern of anyone buying a car today is service. At Roberts Motors, we pride ourselves in exceptional service before, after, and during the sale. Stop in today and see why Roberts has been the home of happy customers since 1949, or see us online at RiverBender.com.
The wide receivers will be Kobe Warlick and Simeon Brown. We'll also see action with Harris and Henderson in there. The tight end tonight is Ryan Mann. At tackles on the left side, Zachary Llewellyn. On the right side, Ben Rakowski. The left guard will be Taj Womack. On the right side, Jaquez Roberson. And the center will be Cody Marco. That's the starting offense. The Redbirds will be receiving the kickoff here tonight as the East St. Louis Flyers will kick off to get it started. The Flyers will be defending the goal to our right or to the east. The Alton Redbirds defending the west goal. Perfect night for football action, and we're glad that you're joining us here on Big Z Radio Sports. The Alton Redbirds and the Flyers of East St. Louis. One team trying to climb the ladder. The East St. Louis Flyers trying to go up the ladder from the 500 mark. The Redbird fans are ready to go. We are ready to go, and the Flyers are set to kick this one off as we get ready for the Southwestern Conference season opener here on WBGZ. The officials are ready. Kicker is ready for the Flyers, and he comes into the ball at the 40. It's a low kick, short kick, picked up at about the 35 to 25, and he's going to be down at the 26-yard line, so a gain of about 1 yard on the return, and the Redbirds will have it 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Christopher Mann had the ball there. George slipped at that first step and then got up, but that was that he put a knee down. The referees blew the whistle, so the Redbirds will start just outside their 26-yard line for their first play tonight.
In high school football, once the knee touches, one knee, ball is dead.
You are down.
Stegall comes out with the Redbirds. He's in the pistol. They're lined up strong left side. Waiting for the snap. He gets it. He gives it to the fullback going through. Looks like he's going to couple of yards on the play. It is a 2-yard pickup. It'll bring up 2nd and 8 now for the Redbirds from the 28.
Everybody shifted over there to the left side of that play. Got all stood up right in the middle, a bit of a pileup, but a 2-yard game for the Redbirds.
Into the game for the Redbirds, number 10, Jeremiah Tandy, a 5'11", 150-pound senior wide receiver. He'll go to the far side, coming to the near side, number 12, Kevin Caldwell. Again, the pistol formation. There's the snap. The quarterback hands it off to the first man through. That would be Malik Williams. Williams crosses the 35. And they'll spot it at the 32. It'll be a pickup of 4. And it'll be 3rd and 4 for Alton from the 32.
And Williams didn't have a lot of room to work with. He got one good block, but then that defensive line of East St. Louis just overwhelmed everybody and brought him down pretty quickly after that.
Just underway here in the first quarter. Clock continues to roll. We're under the 10:40 mark. The Redbirds send the receivers wide right side. That is Simeon Brown and Kevin Caldwell. Single set back of the backfield. Double wideouts to the left side. 3rd down play. Stegall wants to throw, and it's incomplete, and we have a penalty flag at about the 37-yard line. It's going to be pass interference, and it should be a Redbird first down.
Simeon Brown, the intended receiver, he was all wrapped up even before the ball was headed that direction, so it is a penalty against East St. Louis. Should be a first down for Alton.
The official trying to get the signal out.
So the ball was tipped.
Okay, they say the ball was tipped.
Flag away.
So there is no flag. Thus, there is no penalty. Thus, there is no first down. Thus, it's 4th down.
There you go.
4th and 4 for Alton from the 32, and it'll bring on the punting team for the Alton Redbirds. And the punter for the Redbirds is Keenan Stegall, who is the quarterback. He's standing at his own 20-yard line. Snaps good. Gets it away from about his own 18. High, somewhat of a spiral. Foul ball! Redbirds get it at the 36 of East St. Louis.
Redbirds have it. Great coverage by the Redbirds. Number 80 has it.
Recovering that fumble for the Redbirds was Ronald Gilcrease. And the Redbirds have it 1st and 10 at the Flyer 36.
The deep man for East St. Louis just for a moment, George, I think took his eye off the ball. It went right through his arms. And Gilcrease was right there to pick it up. First down, after all, for the Redbirds.
In the pistol formation, Stegall hands it off to the last man through, and that would be...
That's Gerhardt again, number 21.
Gerhardt on the carry. From the 36, he's down to the 35. It'll be a gain of 1. 2nd and 9 now for the Redbirds as they are in East St. Louis territory. Once again, a beautiful night for high school football. Let's hope we don't have the situation that they had down in Texas earlier this week. Jeez.
Yeah.
Pistol formation, wideouts 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Stegall going to keep it himself. He's across the 33 down to about the 32. Still short. And it'll be 3rd and long for the Redbirds from the 32. Pickup of 3. So it'll bring up 3rd and 6 as the quarterback Stegall picks up 3 yards on the carry.
Alaquan Russell had the lead block in there in that play. He was piled on just along with the quarterback after a few yards in that one. So another 3rd and long situation here for the Redbirds. They need to convert this one.
Redbirds would like to keep this clock going. 9:06, well, 9 minutes now to go in the first quarter. No score. East St. Louis and Alton at Public School Stadium. Coming up, CM, and they'll be taking on Effingham. The snap, Stegall. It's going to have to come around the right side as the handoff was busted. He's at the 30. Tight roads the sideline, gets down to about the 27. He needed to get inside about the 26. He's going to be short. They're going to give him about 5 on the carry.
Well, Gerhardt was in there, had the ball briefly, was just slammed, and the quarterback pulled it back, took it himself, and they're going to say about a yard short. They're going to measure or what?
No, we've got an official timeout.
Okay.
Apparently number 13 for East St. Louis, Lamontre Harvey, has got some problems with equipment. They're going to bring a sub in for him so they don't have to take the timeout. Anytime there's an equipment malfunction and you leave the field, you're done for that particular play. Well, the St. Louis Cardinals are, oh, that's the Alton Redbirds in town. Oh, look like the Cardinal players walking around there in those baseball uniforms. All right, 4th and 1 for the Redbirds at the Flyer 27. This all set up on a fumble recovery. Quarterback sneak. He may have it.
Close.
He may have it. Number 10 for the Redbirds. Jeremiah Tandy says it's good.
I think
East St. Louis says it's not good. Another one says it's not, but the man in the white hat says first down, Alton.
nice play there for the Redbirds. Quarterback keeper just powered it up front. Hats off to the line. They pushed through and got enough power to get just enough for the first down. Well, that was close.
1st and 10. This is the first down that the Redbirds have earned. The other one was on the fumble recovery. Going wide left side is Kevin Caldwell. Split on the right side. Pistol. Fullback for the Redbirds is Malik Williams. The quarterback, Stegall, wants to throw, and he is hit, hammered. He gets away from him. He moves up, and now he's being gang tackled, and they'll blow the whistle. Just keep the clock running. Keep the clock running, they say.
A nice second effort as he bounced off that tackle and turned back towards infield a little bit, but then he was met by about 7 other Flyers. And so the ball ends up on the 28 yard line, looks like.
Loss of 2 for Stegall. 6 yards net, 3 carries. Stegall from the near sideline goes in with the play. Coming in is Jeremiah Tandy. And it is 2nd down and 12 for the Redbirds that need to get down to about the 16 for the first down. 7.5 to go for the first quarter. No score yet here at Public School Stadium. The Redbirds, they pitch it to the far side to number 21. Trying to turn the corner is Gerhardt, and he's not going to be able to turn it against that East St. Louis right side.
Open field tackle, Stanley Green, number 7 for East St. Louis. Made that one look easy. He racked up Gerhardt, just threw him down to the turf. And the Redbirds have a long way to go for first down.
Loss of 4, make it 16. So it'll be 3rd and 16 from the 32 for the Alton Redbirds. Stegall, along with number 19, Simeon Brown, talking over the play as they both go into the ball game. We're in the first quarter here at Public School Stadium, the conference opener for the Southwestern Conference for both Alton and East St. Louis. There's the snap.
Pressure.
Stegall wants to throw, going across the middle. Oh, it was almost picked off at the 15 by the Flyers.
That was Stanley Green again, intended for Kevin Caldwell. He was crossing over, and Green was crossing the other way. He had it in his hands, dropped it, and that makes it a 4th down now for the Redbirds, who were trying to open it up a little bit as they were just getting lots of pressure on the line from the Flyers.
I'll tell you what, that wasn't a bad play for the simple fact Stegall was trying to thread 2 East St. Louis players, and it just so happened that safety stepped right up at the last minute and had it in his hands and dropped it. So the Redbirds now with a 4th and 16 from the 32, back in punt formation. And punting is Stegall. Nope, they're going to go for it. Stegall wants to go for it. Or Dickerson wants to go for it, and all it does is lose him yardage. He's tackled at the 40, but they'll mark the progress probably closer to the 37 or so.
There's number 13, Lamontre Harvey, with the sack, got his hand in there all over the quarterback, and that's a turnover for the Redbirds on downs as they couldn't get that one done. So the Flyers take over. Decent field position here at the 38-yard line. Looks like that's where they'll mark it.
Loss of 6, so it's 1st and 10 for East St. Louis. At their own 38, the quarterback coming to the left side on the option, turns upfield. He's going to be hit and tackled at about the 49-yard line by the Redbirds' number 3, Keandre Samilton.
Nice tackle by Samilton there.
Going to be a first down.
Yeah, first down.
Ball is at the 49, so it's going to be a gain of 11 for Estes. So East St. Louis looking at 1st and 10 at the 49 of East St. Louis. Your left side, there's the snap. Estes is going to take it himself. Turns upfield, he's loose, he's at the 40. He crosses the 35 and down to the 34. That's going to be another first down for East St. Louis as the quarterback runs it a total of 36 yards.
Kevin Caldwell there wrapped him up. Initially had him, he shook loose. Caldwell got a hand on the foot, tripped him up as he sped away, and he was eventually brought down. But East St. Louis now threatening here with 2 long plays.
Quarterback, 2 carries, 47 yards. The Flyers, 2 plays, 2 first downs. 1st and 10 at the 35.
And a flag on the field,
And a penalty
George.
flag thrown against the Alton Redbirds. It's going to be a 15-yarder. Personal foul. And it gives them a first down via the penalty route as well. 3 first downs. 1st and 10, ball is at the 20. Coming to the near side, and he's broke 1 tackle. He's at the 5, and touchdown, East St. Louis.
And that was number 23, carrying chairs with the touchdown run, George, and he juked a couple of players there at the front line. The Redbirds got into the secondary and just was a foot race from there. They brought him down, but they brought him down at the goal line, and he crosses for the touchdown. So a nice answer by the East St. Louis Flyers after turning the ball over on a punt.
Now we got a penalty flag. We've got holding in East St. Louis, so that'll nullify the touchdown. So the Redbirds make a mistake, and they get a break. Moves the ball back to the 30, make it the 29-yard line. The snap. East St. Louis wants to run it around the right side, and they get back to about the 25. Going to bring up 2nd down.
Second sack or a tackle there by Zachary Llewellyn. He was in there along with Williams.
2nd and 16 for East St. Louis.
Nice stop there by the Redbirds to run up the middle.
From the Alton 25, so it was a 4-yard gain. Clock continues to roll. We're approaching the 5-minute mark, and we have no score here at Public School Stadium. The Flyers send 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Quarterback in the shotgun formation. Single set bet next to him. He gets the handoff, and the Redbirds aren't fooled on that. They lose a couple of more to the 27, and it'll be 3rd and 18 now for the Flyers.
Number 80, the senior, Ronald Gilcrease, with the tackle there. So nice recognition there by the Redbirds as they're holding their own here against the Flyers, who were breaking free for a while, but that touchdown was called back, and now the Redbirds holding tight. 3rd down for East St. Louis.
Flyers break the huddle. The Redbirds going with a 4-man front, 3 linebackers, 2 corners, and the safeties. Shotgun formation again for Estes, the quarterback. He's dropping back. 1 step back. He's going to throw it for the corner. Man is open, but he underthrows him, and it's incomplete. And the Flyers are going to have to look at a 4th down and 18 from the 27 as Estes falls short on his first passing attempt here of the game. Stops the clock with 4:15 to go. Let's see what the Flyers are going to do. I would imagine they're either going to run it or they're going to throw it.
I was going to say
I don't think they're going to kick a field goal or punt it from here. Not unless they got a punter that can drop it in the corner inside the 10.
Well, they've shown that they can run the ball, and they've been pretty successful on that front. That throw there was about 5 yards behind the receiver. I'm not sure if he got everything on it or if it was tipped or what, but not the strongest throw, but behind the receiver. So
wouldn't surprise me if they go with that play they scored the touchdown on, because that looked rather easy.
No, they are going to throw.
Estes wants to throw. He's flushed out of the pocket, gets around 1 man. He's at the 20. Still on his feet and down to the 15-yard line, still shy of the 1st down.
Condre Samilton, George, with the tackle, and the Redbirds get the ball back on downs. Nice answer by the Redbirds to hold tough after that penalty. Took the touchdown away from East St. Louis, and then the Redbirds hold tight. Got a little help from another penalty on East St. Louis, and the Flyers fail to convert.
So the Redbirds get the ball back. No score here, 1st and 10 at their own 15. We're approaching the 4-minute mark here in the 1st quarter, and no score at Public School Stadium. The pistol setup. There's the snap. They hand it off to the fullback going through Malik Williams. And Williams is lucky to get back to the line. Well, he doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage.
He's brought down by 3 or 4 East St. Louis Flyers.
Let's see if the officials give us the hometown spot, and they do. No gain on the play for Malik.
Lamontre Harvey, number 13 for East St. Louis, in there leading the way with about 4 others.
So the Redbirds look now at 2nd and 10. Good crowd on hand for tonight's conference opener here at Public School Stadium. 3:30 to go here in the first quarter. Stegall. They hand it off to the second man through again, Malik Williams. And I don't think they're going to be giving him the hometown spot on this play.
He may get one, maybe. Boy, he ran into the back of one of his own players, and that included about 2 or 3 flyers along with it. They're going to give him 2, it looks like.
Give him 2 yards. So it'll bring up 3rd and 6 for the Redbirds from their own 18-yard line. Here comes the play in. Stegall coming in from the side along with number 19, Simeon Brown. 2:53 to go in the first quarter. No score. CM and Effingham following this one. Illinois and Western Illinois tomorrow at 11. Tomorrow night, live Marquette and South Fork here at Public School Stadium. 3rd down play. Stegall wants to throw. He's looking downfield. He throws it way out in front. 5-7 yards in front of the intended receiver, Brown. And it goes incomplete.
Yeah,
and Stegall is 0 of 2 in the passing department.
Wanted to connect about the 50, but Brown was out about the 40 when that ball landed, so way out in
Somebody forgot to tell the ball to slow down.
Didn't have any wind against him, so so the Redbirds not making the most of this opportunity, going to have to kick it away.
Stegall will be the punter. He's standing inside the 10. He's at about the 6. The Flyers put him in back at the 50-yard line. Not too much wind to think of if we have any. It's coming out of the north because it's blowing right into the windows. Here's the punt by Stegall. He gets it to turn over. It's taken at the 48. He's inside the Redbird territory at the 35 and out of bounds inside the 35. And the Flyers have good field position when they take over with 2:23 to go in the first quarter.
Let's see, a junior, Jermaine Grissom, who brought that ball back and gives the Redbirds another test here as the Flyers will start on the Alton 33-yard line.
Here's the front off defensive line for the Redbirds. Zach Llewellyn and Ronald Gilcrease are the tackles. The guards, Ryan Kane and Edward Nicholson. The linebackers are Keandre Samilton and Dane Hudson, along with Malik Williams. Also, Keontae Holmes will be in there. The corners are Simeon Brown and Harrison Henderson, and the safeties are Rashad Williams and Kevin Caldwell. Flyers come out, 1st and 10 at the Alton 33. Estes going to throw on the right side. He's got a man wide open. He's at the 30, 35. Nice hand balance. Gets him through the 20. Down inside the 15, and it's going to be a first down for East St. Louis.
Number 43, Dane Hudson, the senior. He had the tackle to bring him down. A couple of Redbirds bumped him around a little bit, but he maintained his balance, George, as you said, got that hand out, and was able to guide himself along the sideline for a little bit.
Pass play of 29 yards. 1st and 10 for the Flyers at the Alton 14. Shotgun formation again. Quarterback wants to go right. Looks like a busted play. He's going to take it to the left. Turns around one man. He's out to 5 and out of bounds. Pulled down by number 3 for the Redbirds, Keandre Samilton.
It did look like a busted play initially as he looked right and then just tucked the ball and ran left. And he got quite a bit of yardage there. Got to the, looks like they're going to mark him at the 6-yard line.
They're going to give him a first down out of it? I don't. Well, it was at the 14, so he needed to get to the 4.
Yeah, they're marking it at the 6.
Now it's going to be a penalty.
There's a flag again
on East St. Louis. Holding against the Flyers. So instead of it being 1, looks like it's going to be first down and about 20. Ball is moved back to the 24. So it's a 10-yard penalty for East St. Louis.
Coach Sunkett for the Flyers can't be happy about how these the Flyers are playing so far. At least the penalties keeps getting them pushed back out of the end zone.
1st and 20 now for the Flyers. The snap. Quarterback Estes runs around the right side, pitches the ball back. And it looks like it's going to be a touchdown for the St. Louis Flyers. Looking for the laundry on the field, and it looks like it's not laundry day on that play. So the Flyers score on a 25-yard run. Actually, the quarterback Estes pitched it to the running back on the right side.
It was number 6, Perez Hall, with that one, George.
So Perez Hall.
With the touchdown run, he broke a couple of tackles and got in the end zone. And again, no flags on the play, so East St. Louis has scored first.
1:44 to go. The Flyers are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Estes slaps his hands. He's going to go for the corner. Man's open, and he drops it. Incomplete pass, and with 1:44 to go in the first quarter, the Flyers strike first. They lead Alton 6-0. We'll be back with a kickoff in a moment. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
Calc Institute of Technology is working for you with career programs for today's jobs. As a career student, you can expect a welcoming atmosphere with exceptional personal service, small classes with one-on-one attention, a set class schedule, and short-term programs that will get you into the workforce quickly. Calc has 2 locations for your convenience, located in both Alton and Fairview Heights. For more information, visit Calc online at www.calc.edu.
Return the ball to just inside the 30-yard line to about the 27, and that's where Alton takes over. 1st and 10 as they trailed East St. Louis by a score of 6-0 here in the first quarter. I'm George Depper. Mark Ellerbrock is alongside. Don't forget a reminder, the Munganest Alton Toyota Player of the Game to be announced at the conclusion of this broadcast before we send it to Civic Memorial High School in Bethalto for Brett Birkland and CM and Effingham. 1st and 10 for the Redbirds. Quarterback hands it off to Malik Williams. Malik gets back to the line of scrimmage, and maybe that's about it.
Yeah, not much further than that, George. He got wrapped up pretty quickly and then brought back down. Actually, that was number 35 for the Redbirds, Darryl Smith that time, who had the carry. 35 on that one.
From the 27, the 27, they're going to lose a yard, so it'll be 2nd and 11 from the 26. Stegall in the pistol formation. Fullback behind him. Wideouts 2 to the left, 1 to the right. The snap. He wants to throw. Quick one across the middle. Incomplete, I think.
Now, I think they're going to give it to him, but he fell as soon as he caught it.
Pass was complete.
It was number 12 with the catch, Caldwell. Almost picked off. East St. Louis read that one pretty quickly.
He gets the 2 yards on the play, so it'll be 3rd and 9. Stegall now is 1 of 3 for 2 yards. 3rd and 9 for Alton from the 28. Again, play coming in from Coach Eric Dickerson by the way of Simeon Brown. He gives it to Keenan Stegall, a 6'1", 180-pound senior. Spelled S-T-E-G-A-L-L, pronounced Stegall. The snap, he wants to throw. He's flushed out. He's trying to get away. He's not going to get away. He is going to be hammered, but he does make yardage, and we've got a helmet that flew off and is at the 29. That may have been.
Flyers player losing the helmet, but boy, he was hammered there towards the end. I'm not sure if they had blown the whistle when that hit was made or before, but it was pretty close.
Well, that'll signify the end of the first quarter as both teams come to the sidelines at the end of 1. It's East St. Louis 6. The Alton Redbirds nothing. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
Dad, the toilet's clogged again.
Ruderman to the rescue. We'll clean any drain, anytime, anywhere. Ruderman is your locally owned and operated plumbing and drain cleaning company. We're friendly, fast, and reliable. Ruderman takes the extra steps to protect your home while providing stellar 24-hour emergency superhero service with hometown pricing. So for plumbing repairs, drain cleaning, water heaters, filtration systems, or just when your house pipes are in trouble, call Ruderman.
Roper's Regal Beagle, located on Godfrey Road, is the Metro East premier sports bar and grill. Open Sunday through Thursday till 2 a.m. and Fridays and Saturdays till 3 a.m. At Roper's Regal Beagle, you will enjoy some of the area's best pizza from their wood-fired pizza oven. There's also a full kitchen offering a huge variety, as well as a soup and salad bar. Sports fans, Roper's Regal Beagle is the place to watch the game. 27 TVs, NFL ticket, Big Ten, Pac-12, and streaming local high school sports.
LeBrock back at Public School Stadium in the last play. The Redbirds lose 2. It's now 4th and 11. It's Gall standing at the 15, and he'll be punting the balls. Good snap. Here comes the kick. High kick, not too long. East St. Louis is going to let it drop, and it's going to roll out of bounds at the Flyer, about the Flyer 40-yard line. And that's where East St. Louis will take over.
And it was close to being blocked to that punt, but the Redbirds got it off just in time. But the Flyers, again, good territory there on the 40-yard line, their own 40-yard line for this first series of the second quarter.
We're just into the second quarter of action here at Public School Stadium. East St. Louis leads it by a score of 6-0. They scored on a three-play drive that began at the Alton 33. Flyers send the receivers to the near side. That is number 8, Markevion DeRoe. He's also joined out there on a split side. Quarterback, Estes, he's going deep. He's going for yard. He's got a man open. He's got the touchdown. 50, 60-yard touchdown pass to open the second quarter for the Flyers.
Ron Randolph, number 9, the senior, 6'4", threw it right to his hands, and touchdown.
And the Flyers have taken the lead by a score of 12-0, and now go for the 2-point conversion. Who caught that one?
That was, I knew you'd ask me that again.
Yeah, you had the glasses on.
I know. That was number 9.
9, okay.
Ron Randolph. Nice throw, nice catch.
East St. Louis going for the 2-point conversion. Estes wants to throw. He's looking right, throws quick across the middle. It's good. 2-point conversion.
And to number 8, Markevion DeRoe with the catch and the conversion good. 14-0. Just like that.
Tell you, that touchdown pass, as soon as he let it go, and the receiver, Randolph, had 2 steps on the Alton Redbird defender, and you just watch that ball. I mean, he didn't break stride or nothing. Yep. It was that good of a pass. So the Flyers, who last week lost by a score of I think it was 21 or 24-14 to Lombard Montini, who was the number 2 team in the state in their division. I think it's 3A. Have really opened it up here in the second quarter. 11:43 to go, and they lead it by a score of 14-0 as the Flyers are set now to kick it off, as they will be kicking to the east. The Redbirds heeding that old slogan, "Go west, young man, go west." And they've got a lot of work before they can get to the west coast.
Kicker's Markeith McGarry gets the ball set up on the tee, and the whistle blows. And
Redbirds have 2 men deep at the 10, 2 up men at about the 25, then 2 more up men at about the 35. Here comes a kick. They kick it a low line drive, picked at the 32. I don't know what the story was there. And now we've got a scrimmage.
And now there's a flag on the play.
And we're going to have guys.
Got too many Redbirds on there right now.
And I tell you what, they are susceptible to being ejected from the game. Number 14 for the Redbirds was one of the men that got into it, Kobe Warlick. He was one of the guys that was being thrown around. Him and another East St. Louis Flyer player were going at it. And I tell you what, when you leave the bench and you're not one of the 11 guys on your team on that field, now the officials are going to talk it over and find out who is going to do what. It was broke up rather quickly. We got a penalty flag on the ground. We've got 3 penalty flags on the ground.
I see 3 now. I see all 3. Actually, I see 4.
4, yeah. I just saw the 4th one.
We have 5 officials. The other official that he not throwing.
Apparently he either didn't have one or he couldn't get it out in time.
Well, the man who received the ball, and
the play was over. The guy was down.
Over. The whistle was blown. The Flyers came in, and they were trying to slow up. They hit him. He knocked him down. It was a pretty quick play how it unfolded. And the Redbirds were switching out, the receiving team, and the offense was heading out, and so you had extra players in the field already, and Just gotta.
Here's the thing. Several years ago, I had the opportunity to do Calhoun and the Jacksonville, Illinois School for the Deaf play. Now, this is something that happens with the Illinois School for the Deaf because obviously the kids can't hear or they got very limited hearing. So the officials have to be somewhat lenient in that fact. I mean, if they were playing, they would tap the kid on the head or on the helmet or something like that to let them know that the play was dead. But in a case like this, I'm not saying that they didn't hear the whistle, but here's the thing about it. That extracurricular activity went on for several seconds after the whistle had blown. So it's going to surprise me if no one gets tossed, especially in light of what happened down in Texas this past weekend. Well, I mean, right now, high school football is at the forefront, and you know it as a newsman, on the news, TV, wherever it is.
Well, and hats off to Coach Dickerson and his staff. They got in there immediately and separated the Redbirds from the Flyers and pushed all the Redbirds back to the sideline without even looking around to see who else is there. They wanted their players off the field, and Coach Dickerson has spent the last minute or two as we've been sitting here in the huddle with his players, and here comes the referee with the news for everybody as they're now picking up the flags after their conference.
If they can find them.
So they're going to get the flags.
Well, they haven't came to the sideline, so I don't think anybody has been ejected as of yet. We got one official going over to East St. Louis' side, but nobody has approached the Alton bench.
Yeah.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Is obviously the penalty.
Right.
They're offsetting penalties, so all it proved is that the officials can get control of this game. Now we can get it underway. Let's just hope that it doesn't escalate to something else from this point in time. So nobody's been ejected, which is good, but I'm sure the official is telling the coach, you've got to control your players. Actually, there's a line from the 25 on one side to the 25 of the other, 3 feet off of the sidelines, and that nobody can cross that line with the exception of the coaches. And if you do, then you're subject to being.
I think the side official went and told those coaches that, get your players back, coach, offsetting penalties, let's get back and play some
Well, number
football.
14 is off the field. I was talking with Andy Renner, the athletic trainer for the Redbirds. Go do some taping, so I assume that he's back in action. So, East St. Louis the Redbirds have the ball, 1st and 10, and the ball's going to be at about the 33-yard line. Wide receiver going to the far right side, Stegall in the pistol formation, single setback. Here comes the blitz from East St. Louis.
Here they come.
Stegall hands it off to the second man through, or the first man through, the fullback. And now they're really blowing the whistle to make sure everybody hears it. That was, 35?
Darryl Smith.
And these officials are going to be calling everything real tight and close. The ball back to the 30. It's a loss of 3. He's got -4. And it's 2nd and 13 from the 30 for Alton. 11:13 to go here in the second quarter, and the second quarter has been underway for about 15 minutes with the extracurricular activity. The Flyers going with a 4-man front. They've got, looks like 5 linebackers, 2 backs, and a couple of corners.
Somebody moved first.
Yeah, we've got a penalty flag here. Good play. Nobody stopped him going straight up the middle. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty for Alton. Legal.
May have been 72, I think.
Illegal procedure.
Llewellyn looked like he may have jumped first. He's there on the far left side of the line, so 5 yards back for the Redbirds.
So 2nd and 18 now for Alton. From their own 25, things are starting to crumble here in the early goings of the second quarter. Redbirds had a pretty good shot at it in the first quarter, but ended up having to give the ball up. They throw it on the far side, and the receiver slips. Is that going to be considered a lateral, or is it going to be an incomplete pass?
It was intended for Caldwell, and he reached out, slipped, lost his footing, was on the ground as the ball sailed past his hands and falling right in front of the officials' feet.
Incomplete pass. 3rd and 18 for the Redbirds from their own 25. Good crowd on hand tonight for Friday Night Lights football. Glad that you're with us here on Z1570 and 94.3, along with RiverBender.com, who is streaming the picture and the audio live here tonight. The archive that you can listen to at a later time. Listen to Mark Hillebrock comparing with the news that he does. Stegall cuts back. He's got a wide open field. He's at the 30, 35. He needs to get to the 43 for the first down, and he's tripped up. He's at the 42, and it's going to be 4th and short.
And a nice recognition there by the quarterback. He got that open field, took advantage of it, got back up to the 40-yard line. And they'll say roll that clock.
Ball is at the 40, so it's going to be a pickup of 15 yards for the quarterback. That'll bring up 4th and 3 now for the Redbirds, and we're going to see the punting team. The Redbirds already down 14-0. Going to punt this one away. Ball is at the 40. Stegall standing inside his 30 at the 29. Snaps good, gets it off at about the 28. The Flyer receiver is not going to touch this one as it goes out of bounds at the Flyer 30, 40, 45. Well, just put it to the 50 and call it even at the 47.
He started at the 30, walked back up to the 47, so.
I guess he wasn't so sure. He was trying to get a visualization of it.
Upon further review.
There you go.
You got it. So the Flyers' great field position here, just about midfield, as the Flyers now look to take advantage of the punt here.
I wonder how the headphones of East St. Louis are working after last night's.
No bleed through.
Yeah.
I can't
Picking
hear
up the audio of this.
I can hear you, and that's all I should hear.
There we go. 1st and 10 for the Flyers at their own 47-yard line. Estes, he's dropping back. He's got all the day he wants. It's complete at the 40, 35, 30, down to the 25. Pass is complete from Estes to number 9.
That's Randolph again. He had the touchdown earlier. Samilton in there along with Mann for the Redbirds.
10, 15, 10, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 28 yards. 57 on the night. 1st and 10, East St. Louis at the Alton 25. Estes wants to throw again. He's flushed out of the pocket, straight up the field. Don't run into the referee. He's going to the left side. Gets one big block.
Oh, boy.
Whoa, and a late hit, and there's the flag. So it's going to be a double first down for the East St. Louis Flyers. A rushing and a penalty. It's going to be half the distance to the goal.
I thought maybe he got in around the pylon, but I guess he went out at the 2, but
then the late hit by the Redbird defender, and it was so obvious. I mean, that, let's say inexpensive.
Well,
inexpensive hit.
The referee and the side judge are talking to each other, and they're going to
personal foul. Double personal foul. Wait a minute. Oh, it is a touchdown. It is a touchdown. Touchdown with 9:43 by the quarterback, Estes.
He didn't signal initially. He went for the flag first before he threw his hands in the air, so a touchdown. As the Flyers will go for 2 here. Let's pitch out, and let's see, does he get in?
Nope.
Nope. Just short. Just short was number 23. That was Cheers again, carrying Cheers. Got to the 1, maybe the half-yard line, but the Redbirds stopped him.
Well, we have had just about everything other than the Statue of Liberty play here. 5:43, make it 9:43 to go. We have a few light bulbs out on the scoreboard. It makes it a little difficult to read. So the Flyers lead it 20-0 here in the second quarter. Now remember, in high school, one team gets ahead 40 points or more. You have a continuous clock in the second half. So the penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. So instead of kicking from the 40, they're going to kick from the Alton 45. In some instances, some kids can make a field goal from there. Remember one night Craig Hendricks is a senior with Marquette.
I was just going to say.
He had hurt his shoulders and couldn't raise the ball above his head, so they set up a field goal from about 50-some yards, I think it was. It was long enough, but it was wide. And the kick. Low line drive kick, picked up by Alton at the 1. Should have let it go into the end zone. Number 9 on the return, and that's it. There ain't no more.
Yep, brought back and thrown down at the 10-yard line. They're going to give him forward progress up to, well, the 13-yard line. So a generous spot.
Yes,
as
indeed.
Harrison Henderson with the return.
So the Redbirds come out trailing 20-0. Alton looked pretty doggone good on that first drive. They consumed, all but about 2 minutes on the clock. And East St. Louis turned around and scored with 1:44 to go. The Redbirds send 2 wideouts, and I mean wideouts. They're all the way 7/8 over on the near side here. Single wideout to the right side. Stegall hands it off. Line of scrimmage and no more.
And nothing doing there as he broke off the line. Got wrapped up by about 4 or 5 different flyers. That was Smith again, number 35 for the Redbirds. Maybe a gain of 1.
So it'll be 2nd and 9 now. Ball is on the 12-yard line. As we approach the 9-minute mark here at Public School Stadium, don't forget the Munganest Alton Toyota Player of the Game following this game. And stay tuned for Effingham at CM. Brent Berkland will be bringing you the play-by-play. And tomorrow night, Sam Stem with Marquette and Kincaid South Fork here at the Public School Stadium. Pass on the far side is good. Complete to the 20. Be a gain of 8.
Caldwell there, number 12 on the reception for the Redbirds.
It'll be 3rd and short now for Alton.
I believe he got out of bounds to stop the clock. He did.
Play coming in the form of Simeon Brown once again. Illinois and Western Illinois tomorrow, 11 o'clock, preceded by Brent Berkland and Sports Talk at 10. At 9, what's the name
Alton Daily Bargains.
Yeah, I wanted to say, what's your bid? But it's Alton Daily Bargains. Better, bigger than ever. 3rd down for the Redbirds. Stigall hands it through. We've got a 1st down, I believe.
Close.
I believe we may have a 1st down.
That time it was 33 Williams. And last time the referee eyed it up and called it a 1st down. He's going to step up here. They're going to measure. They're going to call it a 4th down. Let's see.
They're going to bring the change. Yep, they're going to bring the change.
Yeah, it was too close.
They're going to bring the chains in. Score is 20-0. 6:33. You're playing the 4th-ranked team in 4A play. And the officials want to bring in the chains for a 1st down. Well, I guess by rule, that's what you have to do.
Yeah, unless you can eye it pretty quickly.
What do you say, Mark?
It looks good.
You are glassing.
No, well, the chain moved. No, that's
short. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Chain a little more slack in it than I thought, so it's a half a foot, if it's anything.
I guess the officials are wanting East St. Louis to get 40 points rather quickly.
Well,
I was doing a middle school softball game the other night in one of the regionals, and one team was up at the end of the 1st inning, 15-0. Ooh. And they have a 15-run rule after 3.
Oh, okay.
So,
mercy.
Both coaches were open to the idea of having a few calls go one way rather than the other. And there were no lights on the field either. Redbirds going for it, 1st and inches. And I don't know, they got it in.
I don't know.
Are they pushing everybody forward? Let's see, are they going to measure or are they going to give it to us? Stop the clock, he says.
Oh, nope, that's 1st down. 1st down Redbirds.
1st down for the Alton Redbirds. 1st and 10.
Boy, at first I wasn't sure if everybody was set there in the line and they snapped the ball and both teams moved at the same time. So unless you redo the play, but no need for that. First down, Alton.
1st and 10 for the Redbirds at the 24. Pick up a 4 yards on the quarterback sneak. Of course, I think everybody here knew what the play was going to be.
No secrets.
No.
On some place, at least.
The Redbirds send a wide out to the right side, 2 to the near side. Pistol formation in the backfield with the wing on the left side. There's the snap. Quarterback is going to keep it. He pitches it back. He's got a couple of men to beat, and he doesn't. But he gets up to the 40, and it looks like it's going to be another Redbird first down unless there is a few hankies out there, and I don't see any of those.
I don't see any. Nice run there that time by Darryl Smith. So back-to-back first downs for the Redbirds. So good to see they've regained their composure, getting some things done here, put a couple plays together, and they're knocking on midfield door here. First down would be about the 48-yard line. So
38.
Oh, 38, excuse me.
See, there's the 3, then the 4.
Oh, no. I'm like the first down here.
Oh, the first down. Oh, I'm sorry. Very good. A couple of little newsmen up here, folks. Forgive us.
Not math teachers.
No, that's for sure. That's a whole nother story.
But good for the Redbirds. Good to see them move the ball here.
1st and 10 at their own 38. They're moving the ball. Stegall hands it off and stuck
My
big time.
Goodness.
He was at the 38. Let's see if he made it back to the 38.
Nice hit there.
Yeah, he made it back to the 38.
Montre Harvey, number 13, had a big stick. Stuck him right there at the line of scrimmage.
So 2nd and 10 now for the Redbirds at their own 38. Check clock, 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. East St. Louis on top by a score of 20-0. They've scored once in the first quarter, twice in the second quarter. Brown brings the play in. Coming to the near side is Simeon Brown. He is a split. Wide out. Stegall wants to throw, and he's going for the far side. Number 12, in and out of the hands of Kevin Caldwell. Off the fingertips.
It was close. Caldwell had a tip on it. Couldn't bring it in. And the Flyers were there close on the coverage with Stanley Green, but just couldn't quite get it to his hands. But again, I like what I see here. The Redbirds taking some chances here. They need to get some points. They need to move the football, and every once in a while you have to loft it up.
That's for sure. You've got to open up. They got to make that defense. Keep them honest, because you just run unless you got some power runners back there. And then if you have a case like that, you know, they're going to cheat and come up. Then you can burn them with a pass. Stegall looking left. Little slant play, incomplete, but we've got it in. But we've got pass interference on East St. Louis at about the 45. Well, flags at the 40, but it's going to be pass interference on East St. Louis, and it'll give Redbirds a first down.
That was intended for Caldwell, but it looked like the defender had his hands all over his uniform and back there. So
that's probably one of the toughest plays that you can defend, because the receiver's coming from the far side, and he's already in front of you, and he's slanting in front of you on a dead run, and you've got to catch up. And if you've got a linebacker that's going the opposite, the same way that the runner is, the receiver, then it's tough. I mean, it's one-on-one. You've got man-to-man coverage. So the penalty will move the ball to the Flyer 47-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Alton with 6:25 and counting to go here in the first half.
Redbirds mixing it up, using some more passing here in the second quarter than they did the first.
Caldwell goes wide right. We got double wides to the left side, man in motion to the right side. Haven't seen this yet tonight. Stiggle's going to call the timeout. First of 3 for the Redbirds. So with that, we'll send it back to the station and remind you we've got CM and Effingham coming up following this one with Brent Berkland from CM High from Hauser Field at CM High School in Bethalto. Once again, 20-0 here in the second quarter, 6:29 to go. Redbird timeout. You're listening to Redbird football on Z Radio Sports.
Set, hit. Protection. Can anyone over there give me protection? Danny, hold. Put me in, coach. I can offer protection. Set, hit. Not only can I protect the quarterback, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
At Shell Community Federal Credit Union, you are important. We work hard to ensure you have the best banking experience possible. Whether you are inquiring about opening a savings account or wanting to learn more about a loan, our professionals are here to help you with any questions, and we will walk you through every step of the process. Since opening our doors in 1935, we've never forgotten that our members are our most important asset, which is why we continue to excel. For all your banking needs, Shell is the one place to go.
On the pitch back, fumble, ball loose on the field. I saw a lot of white jerseys close to it.
Yeah, it was a pitch, and the Redbirds, they lost it right in the middle of the pitch there, and 13 was on top of it for the Redbirds. Harvey's on the line anyway. He saw it, just fell on it, and the Flyers take over at midfield. Boy, just when the Redbirds had some momentum. Just a little miscue right there, and couldn't get the handle on it.
So the Flyers already up 20-0 here in the second quarter. Have the ball. Last week they were the recipients of some bad stuff from turnovers. He had 4 last week. Lombard Montini was able to capitalize on them and beat them. The Flyers this week trying to avert any problem like that. Estes, he wants to throw. He's loading up. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
He threw that ball from inside the 40 all the way down to about the 2-yard line. So 50, probably 55 to 60 yards in the air for Estes. Incomplete.
And he had all the time in the world to that line, just pushed the Redbirds back, and he had, oh gee whiz, 3, 4, 5 seconds to get himself set, throw the ball. The intended receiver.
I think he stopped and tied his shoes there for a minute. So much time the guy had. Good grief. I mean, Alton had some good coverage. He had maybe 2 to 3 steps on him, but the pass was about 2 to 3 steps in front of the intended receiver. So with 6:16 to go here in the second quarter, the Flyers looking at 2nd and 10 at the Alton 49. Let's see if they go back to running the ball here.
Hey, Hannah.
Shotgun formation, hands it off to the right side. He's at the 45, 40. 35 across the 35 to the 33. There'll be a first down.
Tackled there by Christopher Mann and Harrison Henderson there, but first down for East St. Louis.
16-yard run. The Flyers now with the ball at the Alton 34. Into the game for the Redbirds, number 63, Adequan Russell, who's a 5'9", 200-pound senior. The Redbirds have a young man on this team that goes 310, Ben Rakoski, 6 foot and a junior. Going to the far side, the runner, number 23, breaks one man, comes back inside, goes around on the left side, still going. That was Kerryon Chairs. He has another first down.
He's brought down by Samilton. Took him about 5 yards to hold on to him and pull him down finally with another first down by East St. Louis. So after the quarterback aired that first pass out of this drive, Estes did, threw it almost through the end zone. They've been putting it on the ground and to much success so far.
21-yard run by Chairs. 1st and 10 now for the Flyers at the Alton 12. 5:35 to go here in the first half. Flyers 20, Redbirds nothing. Estes. Shotgun. Inside handoff to Chairs again. He's going to try the right side. He's going to go in, stand it up for a 12-yard touchdown run.
And just a little right and left. Chairs makes it happen into the end zone, and the Flyers on the board once again with 26 now. And they kept it on the ground there for the rest of that drive, and did so those last plays with relative ease. They had good blocking up front and a good running by their backs.
Well, the Flyers, let's see if they'll go for 2 again. You're running the ball this well, why not?
Well, they've been consistent, going for the run each time.
Consistently good. That's why they're ranked in 4A play. Snap. 2-point conversion attempt.
Pressure.
We got a flag thrown. Quarterback is in for 2. But we're going to have a holding penalty on number 70 for East St. Louis. That's going to be DeAndre Gunn. So it'll move the penalty, the yardage back.
Step it off to...
Well, they were at the 2.5, so they'll move it back to the
at the 12.5.
7.5. Yeah, 12.5. So. The guy that invented this game was crazy. He got to 50 and stopped and says, let's go back down now.
That's enough.
Why don't you just go 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100?
How you be?
And everybody starts from that same side of the field every game. When you have the ball, you go to the other side. Flyers going to try it again. After the holding penalty. Long count. There's the snap. Going to throw for the corner. Throws behind him. Oh, he throws it. He's got it. Out of bounds.
Caught, but out of bounds. But Flyers score again.
So the Flyers, with 5 minutes and 17 seconds left to go in the first half, tack on 6 more points. They need to work on their extra point conversions because they haven't been too good tonight. But everything else has gone well for East St. Louis. 26-zip. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the East St. Louis kickoff. This is Redbird Football on Big Z Radio Sports.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank. The local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
George Depper, Mark Hellebrock, back at Public School Stadium where the Flyers are doing just exactly what their name is. They're flying over the Redbirds 26-0. Redbirds taking it to the 15. He's at the 20, 25, 30, 35. Go! He's at the 40, 50, Flyer 40, 30. He's down to the 20, and he's tackled at the 15-yard line. What a run back for the Alton Redbirds, bringing it down the field. Number 35.
Daryl Smith. Great run that time by Smith. Takes it deep into Flyer territory. He was caught. He was trying to outrun about 3 or 4 Flyers. They finally caught up with him. He didn't look back. He was just full steam ahead. And so a nice momentum switch here. And maybe the Redbirds can get on the board here before halftime.
Well, let's see if we can, do something with it. Redbirds 1st and 10 at the Flyer 15 with 5:07 to go. Stegall pitches it back to 35. Smith turns upfield. He's across the 15 down to about the 12.
It's a nice job there again by Smith. He just keeps that momentum going, and he carries the ball again for 2.
So to bring up 2nd down now. 2nd and about 7.
Smith, the sophomore, 5'10", 160. Great return there. And has had some carries here tonight. But that's the biggest so far tonight, that return.
Redbirds break the huddle. 2nd down now and 7 from about the 12. The snaps to go. Rolling to the left.
Look out.
Rolling. Trying to get something. He
fumble.
East St. Louis recovers the fumble to the 30 of Smith. If he would have just hit the dirt, the Redbirds could have kept the ball. But
Stegall was, when they hit, the first man through hit, the helmet hit the ball, knocked it loose, and another Flyer was right behind him. So the Redbirds, great play there in special teams, erased, at least for now, with that fumble. Boy, that's tough.
Well, they're high school kids.
Yep.
So the Flyers have it. 1st and 10 at the Alton 29. Estes wants to throw. He loaded up, then he decided he thought it was wide open. He's going to run. He's at the Alton 40. He's at midfield. 45, 40 of East St. Louis. Crosses the 35. He's out of bounds somewhere inside the 35-yard line.
Well, you know what, George? He slowed up. I thought about the 40. I think maybe he thought he was out of bounds, but he was actually still in bounds. The coaches over there talking to the referee on the sidelines, thinking maybe he may have been out of bounds, but no, they mark him out of bounds at the 28-yard line. So he was still in bounds over there, running the sidelines. I thought he was out of bounds. He slowed up like he was, but he got about 7-8 more yards.
Keep running till they blow the whistle. We're at the 4-minute mark here of the second quarter. The Flyers up 26-0, looking to add at least 6 more. Game just a little more than an hour old. This is Redbird football on WBGZ. Alton. Estes wants to throw. He's going to throw short. It's complete. Redbirds make a good tackle at the 25. On the tackle, number 33, Malik Williams. Pickup of 3 yards.
Gavian Durrell was the receiver there.
2nd down and 7 for East St. Louis at the Alton 25.
See some pressure here again. Redbirds got a little pressure on Estes that time. First time really tonight that he's been stressed out of the pocket.
Henderson goes wide to the left side. Correction. Wrong team. Quarterback hands off to Chairs. Chairs, Jukes left, Jukes right, Jukes left, continues on. He's inside the 10. And another Flyer first down.
Simeon Brown, number 19, with the tackle on that play for the Redbirds, but another first down. They're inside the goal here. 1st and goal for the Flyers.
About an 18-yard pickup for East St. Louis. 1st and 10 now. Should say 1st and goal for East St. Louis at the 8. Estes hands it off to Chairs. Chairs make it number 5. 6.
Might be 6 that time. That
6
is
it was.
Perez Hall again, number
Hall.
6 with the touchdown.
Hall with a touchdown with 3:01 to go.
So the Flyers score again, and
it's 32-0 now.
I'm going to guess a 2-point conversion here, George.
You think?
That's my guess.
All right, let's see what happens. They line up like they want to go for 2.
Oh,
Estes,
quarterback.
The old quarterback fake handoff around the left side.
He gets it.
34-0.
2-point conversion as Estes takes that one in, 34-0.
Well, all they need is 6 more. That'll make it 40. The second half will have a continuous clock, and I'm sure that Eric Dickerson hates to see that happen. But there's a reason the IHSA instituted that particular rule. Get the misery over with. After all, it is called the mercy rule. So the Redbirds are set to return the kickoff. East St. Louis hasn't been over impressive with their kicking the ball off the tee.
Line drives usually.
Yeah, Markeith McCary is the man that's doing the kicking. Gets the okay from the officials. Checks his team, they're ready. And he boots it.
Well, that one had a little hang time to it.
Yeah.
A little more than the last one.
Picked up at about the 12. To the left side.
Oh.
Looked like he was going to have some yardage to gain down the sidelines, but he got grabbed from behind and was tackled at about the 28. So the Alton Redbirds.
That was Smith again. And you're right, George. He looked like he was about to break open. Malcolm Bell got him from behind and brought him down. So Redbirds will start there with just under 3 minutes left to go. Maybe they can get something going here. Get some points on the board before halftime.
1st and 10 now for the Redbirds at the 27. Everything to gain and nothing to lose. Stegall hands it off. The man, Smith, is hammered at the line.
Well, Smith, I don't know if their feet got tangled up there. He stumbled just a little bit, maybe slipped a little bit. That slowed him down just enough for East St. Louis to wrap him up there pretty easily.
No gain, no loss. 2nd and 10 for the Redbirds at the 27. We're approaching 2.5 minutes to go. Here in the second quarter, don't forget Brent Birkeland bringing you the action of Sibling Memorial and Effingham from Bethalto. Tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, Sports Talk. Followed by Illinois and Western Illinois. And tomorrow night, Marquette and South Fork right here at Public School Stadium with Sam Stem bringing you all the action. Whistle. Flag. Delay game. Redbirds, 5 yards.
Well, hate to see that. You want to see get those plays in quickly, get that snap off. So they'll.
Well, if they play college ball, they're going to find out they've got even shorter time.
Yeah. Redbirds will get a play in. Maybe from the sidelines, we'll see who gets this one in here.
2:06 left to go here in the first half.
There's Brown. He'll run this
Brown,
one.
he's coming in with a play from Coach Dickerson or from the offensive line. Oh. All right, here we go. To the right side, the throw.
Nice pass.
Is it complete?
Yep.
Yeah, they're going to call it a complete pass
yes.
at about the 32.
Yep. Brown, Simeon Brown on the reception.
10-yard play.
But still makes it about
3rd and 5.
Maybe
6.
6.
Clock's at 2 minutes. Of course, in high school, there is no 2-minute warning. Play coming in this time from Jeremiah Tandy. Good crowd of student body here tonight, both middle school and high school, wandering around. I guess they're middle school. I can't tell how old kids are anymore.
Fumble.
Fumble on the field at about the 34. East St. Louis says, we got it. The officials say, yeah, you're right, you've got it.
Yeah, I think that was intended for Smith. He kind of lost the handles. He was trying to tuck it in. He got it initially and lost the handle, then it was hit, and then it came loose. So the Flyers take over again, putting that helmet on the ball that just snaps it loose. The Redbirds back on defense.
1st and 10 now for East St. Louis. They'll be at the Alton 29. 1:53 to go here in the second quarter. Flyers had gathered on the opposite side of the field. The East St. Louis football program has been a very good program for many years. Estes wants to throw. He's rolling left. Right-hander throws across.
Oh, my goodness.
6 points.
Just like that to number 1, Jermaine Grissom. And touchdown for the Flyers. Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
That makes the score now 40-0. On the pass play that covered 29 yards. And the Flyers will go, of course, for 2 points. Estes putting on a clinic here tonight. Wants to throw, steps up, throws a bullet across the middle. Misses
and
everything.
Nobody really there. I think it may have been intended for Dureau, but he was held up there at the line, so overshot everybody. But still, now 40-0 as the Flyers have come out here in the second quarter and really put on the clinic, as you mentioned, offensively.
So the Alton Redbirds will be receiving the kickoff again for the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th time because they received the kickoff to start the game. I tell you, the way Alton started the game, I thought, well, this could be a pretty good ball game because they ran the ball down the field and, you know, they were blocking but then the wheels fell off the bus.
Well, and you had that skirmish to start the second quarter. You thought, well, maybe that's going to impact the players, and Alton looked to be back in their heels a bit, but then they turned it around, got into Flyer territory, turned the ball over, fumble. Those things are tough to come back from. The Flyers, they capitalize in those times.
Here's the kick. Taken by the Redbirds at the 8. Back to the 15, the 20, 25, down to about the 28 or 29-yard line, and a good return for the Alton Redbirds. So Alton will have the ball. 1st and 10 at their own 29.
That was Henderson again. Harrison Henderson, number 9. For the Redbirds, he brought that return.
Well, now you've got to work on the next game at this particular point in time in the game. No, I'm not giving up on Alton, but, reality is real. Can we come back? Yeah, we can. What's the probability? I'll bet the over and under. Stegall has him set. There's the snap. He's going to hand it off. The Redbirds still working on that running play. East St. Louis finds it and snuffs it, and no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 29. The official's really blowing that whistle right now.
There's a junior Gerhardt with the carry.
And we've got a stoppage of play here. Timeout East St. Louis.
This is going to take a timeout.
So they want a timeout. We'll give them a timeout, and we'll take one as well. We have 1:27 left to go in the first half. The Flyers leading at 40-0. You're listening to Redbird Football on Big Z Radio Sports.
Red or black?
I'll grab the birthday cake. You bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
South Fork. I believe that's Kincaid.
Kincaid, South Fork. That's right.
Saw them play Calhoun, one of the playoffs up at Hardin many years ago. 2nd down for the Redbirds. The snap. Stegall on a counter. Redbirds lose play yardage. From the 29 back to the 25, a loss of 4.
That time it was number 17, Therese Legrone with the tackle in the backfield there. On I think that was on Caldwell. So again, the Flyers just doing everything right, and they take another timeout.
I guess they did.
All right. That's their second.
So we'll keep it here because there's only 1:21 left to go. The Redbirds have used one timeout. East St. Louis, this is their second.
And you mentioned the schedule thing about the next week. We got Belleville East. It's at Belleville East next week. And mentioned this is opening of the Southwestern Conference tonight after 2 tough losses to start the season. And, it doesn't get any easier. This is the tough conference. Every game is going to be a challenge for the Redbirds. And
September the 25th, they'll be hosting O'Fallon. That'll be homecoming here at Public School Stadium. Then they've got Collinsville at Collinsville on October 2nd. On the 9th, it is Shriners Hospital night when they host Granite City. Edwardsville, they'll play there on October 16th. Senior night is October the 23rd against Belleville West. Then, of course, the playoffs begin on October the 30th. Redbirds come out now with a 3rd down. Stegall wants to throw. He's going to the far side. Incomplete pass.
Good effort. The intended receiver was Caldwell out there, but he overthrew him by several yards and was out of bounds as well. But still, he aired it out a little bit.
That'll bring up 4th and 14 from the 25. Stegall knocked on his keister there. So you let that one go. That's the price you pay. You step back, the defense comes, they're eyeing the quarterback, and they want to get to you as you're throwing the ball. And you hope that the cameraman gets it on film so you can put it in your archives and look at it 40 years after you graduate. So I remember that play. Timeout. Alton. So the Marching 100 has to wait a few more minutes before they get on the field for a halftime show here at Public School Stadium.
They're assembled on the far side, not just the band and the equipment. They've got some props. And they are all ready for the big show.
What are those props? What are they?
It looks like some risers. Things painted like brick walls, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like they got some type of. From in there, I thought that was Tweety Bird there on one, the one on the left. The one on the right, I thought that was Scooby-Doo. I don't know. Too far away, and I'm looking at it with
You must
glasses.
have cartoon characters on your binoculars.
You know, when you're retired, you got plenty of time. Especially when you got a 6- and a 3-year-old grandson hanging around.
Oh, you get all sorts of fun.
I tell you what, I've learned more about the Wildcats. Punt taken by East St. Louis at the 40. He's at midfield. The Redbird 40 goes left and down to the 35, and that's where the Flyers will take over.
Nice tackle
First
there.
and 10.
Christopher Mann, number 5, the junior for the Redbirds, brought him down, but not after about a 25-yard return.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty good.
You're hip on all that stuff?
Curious George.
Yep.
Let's see what follows him at 9 o'clock.
Oh, now you're giving me the PBS lineup. All right.
Yeah, oh yeah. Curious George at 7 and 7:30. At 8 o'clock, it's Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood.
Okay. Arthur, you watch Arthur?
No, that's on in the afternoon. Grandpa gets a TV for Dr. Phil. I try to keep myself entertained.
Oh, there you go.
Quarterback Estes, he's going to throw. It's incomplete.
Ooh. That was the feet of the receiver there. It was good to see the Redbirds again, putting a little pressure on the quarterback that time. Number 80 for the Redbirds. Gilcrease got in there. Got a little hand in the face.
5'9", 150-pound CDF. I think that's the same Gilcrease. I went to school with a George Gilcrease. I don't know if it's his grandson. Can't be his son because we're all too old to have kids. They're all gone
I was
married.
thinking it, but you said it. So.
Yeah. 2nd and 10. Estes wants to throw again. He's looking deep. He's going to step up. He's going to run.
Goes. Look out.
35, 25, 20. He's down to the 15 and inside the 15 to about the 13.
Brought down by the senior, Henderson again, Harrison Henderson.
51.1 to go here in the second quarter, and it's 40-0. I'm stepping on my shoestring.
Yeah. No accidents.
Oh, no, I hope not. I'm just so old I can't bend over to time.
There's Estes the snap. Lots of pressure there by the Redbirds. He takes it again. Jukes left, jukes right, into the end zone. Touchdown, East St. Louis.
Mark Hillebrock with his first touchdown play-by-play.
Of the year.
Comes up with 36 seconds to go. 13-yard run by Estes. Makes it 46-0. Well, we'll have to ask our engineer how the things are going at Bethalto. We may want to switch to a different game and record this. Do the first half of this live, second half of CM live. How's that? Something new. Estes changing the play at the line of scrimmage. There's a snap. Going to the left corner. He's so wide open, he's like a 7-Eleven. Open 24 hours a day. PAT is good for 2.
I'll jump on here, and looks like Edwardsville has a halftime lead. Speaking of Southwestern Conference, they're leading Collinsville 13-7.
Collinsville, not a bad ball club this year.
Rick Reinhardt, the coach down there.
Yes, indeed. Was up at Tuscola for a while. The hometown of my mother's side of the family tree.
Okay. Belleville East, 31-7 over Granite City right now at the half.
Granite City's not a bad ball club this year.
Southwestern Conference game.
Well, the Flyers will kick it off again with 36 seconds left to go here in the first half. Redbirds deep inside the 10. Don't know why they're back that deep. I don't think he's kicked it that far all night. Low kick off to the side, picked up at the 20. 25 and hammered big time. Good clean hit, but it was a hard one.
That was on number 19, Brown, who had the ball in the kickoff.
So Alton with the ball. 1st and 10 at the 25. With 32 seconds to go in the half. Stegall. who is a 6'1", 180-pound senior quarterback. The other quarterbacks are Taylor Price, Dylan Prudy, Stegall. Snap. First man through. Stuck up. Crossing the 25, 26, or 27.
Gerhardt that time taking the ball over to the left side for the Redbirds.
No gain on the play.
That might be it. We're under 20 seconds. They may just let this clock run out.
I'm sure that's
Take
what
us
they're
to
going to do.
halftime.
And I hope the officials don't blow a delayed game call whistle. It's immaterial at this particular time. Give them all the time they need to get the play off. So, the second half, the clock's going to be a continuous running clock. Right. That is in the first half of action here at Public School Stadium, the Southwestern Conference opener. And here at the half, it's a runaway. The East St. Louis Flyers lead the Alton Redbirds by the score of 48-0. We'll be back with a halftime report in a moment. You're listening to Redbird Football on Big Z Radio Sports.
It's the final play of the game.
At 4204 Main Street Brewing Company, we believe that great food paired with our own locally brewed craft beer is a staple in life, and we want to share that experience. At 4204, you will find a menu that complements our very own award-winning craft beers, and we serve the area's best 100% certified Angus steaks and burgers. You can find us in both Alton by the Alton Square Mall and at our original location at 4204 West Main Street in Belleville. Come visit 4204 Main Street Brewing Company today for an experience you won't soon forget.
Well, sir, after some serious consideration, I'd like to put in my 15-year notice.
You're quitting?
Technically retiring, sir. With a little help from my State Farm agent, I plan to retire in 15 years.
Wow, you're totally blindsiding me here. Who's going to manage your accounts?
Well, I'm going to finish packing my things. 15 years will really sneak up on you.
Jennifer will do your exit interview, and Adam made you a cake.
Red velvet.
Oh, thank you.
I made this.
Take charge of your retirement. Talk to State Farm agent Tom Lane to help you plan for your future today.
Yeah, it's SEC football is a different level.
Oh, it sure is.
A different level than anything else in football, but it's fun. And we were talking about this morning on Let's Talk Special Edition, wondering with the Friday night football game that got so much negative feedback from Illini affiliates up and down Illinois because of Friday night high school football. And so, because a lot of other schools did the same thing, they either tape, delay, or join the Illinois game in progress because of high school football. So I wonder if that might be a first time, last time.
Well, I know
that
college football has wanted to switch to a Friday night for a number of years, but the high school athletic associations in the state say, no,
Right.
don't do that. You're going to take away from blah, 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 blah.
Right.
So that's kind of been, Of course, I remember the day back in the late 60s when football here at Alton High, because of some problems, you folks know what I'm talking about, played the games on Saturday afternoons at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because of all of the unrest in the city of Alton and across the U.S. So, well, the Alton Redbirds will kick off to the East St. Louis Flyers. Probably the only time tonight they'll get an opportunity to do that. And there's the kick by number 2, Nick Hatfield. Straight in the air.
And out of bounds. Number 11 for the Flyers, Jonathan Bumpers, the sophomore.
Well, the Redbirds, I think, touched it. I'm not for sure, but they didn't have possession. And the Flyers have it 1st and 10 at their own 32. And the clock will continuously run here in the second half as we close in on the 2-hour mark. So we've got 24 minutes to play.
And we'll see who East St. Louis brings out as far as any underclassmen, any
just look for the clean white jerseys.
Backup players. Well, here comes Estes. He's going to come out and lead this offense here another series or two.
Well, they're coming out and lining up with a play already in mind. And for some reason, I'm thinking the 10-yard end zone area. You got number on number here on the near side, 9 on 9.
And this has stepped up, I think, changed the play here at the line of scrimmage.
Man in motion, hands it off to the man going around the right side. He's going to be down at the 50-yard line carrying the ball. was Karan Randolph.
And it took him, well, it took the Redbirds about 10 or 15 yards to finally bring him down. He had a head of steam turning around the corner.
18-yard gain. No flags. Let's hope we don't see a lot of those. Because if you see a lot of flags in the second half, things are getting out of hand, and the officials don't want to throw the flags as much. Mr. Sprung?
They're going to have to sub him out here. He's got some grass and debris in his mask, so he, instead of calling a timeout, they just sub him out real quick. He can get himself cleaned up.
1st and 10 Flyers at midfield. Estes in the shotgun. Inside handoff this time to Chairs. Chairs with a pickup of 7.
That looks like that's Kevin Brown, another back, number 29, I believe, George.
29. Kevin Brown.
Double check that, but I think, yeah, 29.
2nd and a short 3 now.
He's a sophomore, so some of the youngsters getting in today.
Estes, snap. Inside handoff, they go straight up to gut. 1st down. Inside the 30 to the 37.
It'll be a fumble. Redbirds get it.
A fumble by East St. Louis, a late fumble, or a stolen ball, and the Redbirds get it at their own 27-yard line.
Hamilton with the recovery, number 3, must have popped out on his way down. That was Brown again with the carry. He was hit by 2 or 3 Redbirds there. Hamilton among them, and he comes out with the ball.
Well, you know, one of the Redbird defenders hit him in the back, hit the pack in the back, and that may have caused the fumble.
He was still trying to get some forward momentum, and he was being wrapped up. And then that last hit, I think you're right, knocked the ball loose.
Well, the Redbirds using a different type of football as opposed to the Flyers. Different composition maybe, one leather, one maybe rubber. Stegall.
Oh, he loses the ball.
Oh, he does.
Ball's loose.
Scrambling for it. East St. Louis
Flyers,
says they have it.
And they do.
They do have it.
Just like that. And number 58, DeMond Taylor, he falls on it, the freshman. And he gets the fumble recovery just like that. Flyers had the ball back nearly where they lost it.
They picked up a couple of yards. 1st and 10 at the 25. Continuous clock. We're at 8:10 in the 3rd quarter. Flyers on top, 48-0. Coach Joe Hook telling us the Redbirds have defeated East St. Louis 5 times in the last 42 years. Snap. Estes hands it off to 24. He goes to the right side. He's down inside the 10. Calling the ball was Jones.
Janie Jones. He's a senior. But boy, he took off. He got some nice acceleration there once he got over the 20-yard line. And 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9. Coming into the game, 74, Cody Marco for the Redbirds. 6 foot, 277. Estes to the left side, trying to turn the corner, cuts in. We have a penalty flag at the 6. Probably a face mask. If I was a betting man. What do you say, Coach Ersprung? Face mask? You weren't watching, I knew that.
Malik Williams in on the tackle.
Penalty is against East St. Louis.
And it's a holding penalty.
Yep. Well, there goes my theory on face mask. It's going to move the ball back to the 12, make it the 17. Second and goal from the 17. Our first. They got first up. 1st and goal. Estes, shotgun formation. Man in motion to the right side.
Redbirds showing blitz.
Keenan jumps over the defender. He's still on his feet, and he's going to go in for 6.
Another flag on the play.
Touchdown is signaled.
Touchdown called, flag at the goal line. Official pointing to East St. Louis's side. We'll see what the call is. And another
It's
penalty
on the
against
far
the
side of the
Flyers.
field. So we may have offsetting penalties. First penalty is holding East St. Louis. It's just a single penalty. So they're going to mark it all the way back to what, the 16, 15? Nope, it's going to be at the 10. Or it's going to be the 11. Do they know? Just put it down.
Got a
Ball's
ball.
going to be at the 11. So it's still first and goal from the 11. They hand it off again. They're going to keep trying that
nice
play till
tackle.
it works.
Nice tackle that time by number 43, Dane Hudson.
No, excuse me, no gain. Second and goal for East St. Louis from the 11. Clock rolls with 4:51. Still a lot of folks sticking around for this one, watching the 4th-ranked team in the state take on the Alton Redbirds. Estes been in the shotgun all night, hands it to number 29. He's going around the right side, and he's tackled inside the 5 at about the 4. Kevin Brown, he needed to get to the 1 for the first down. He's tackled at the 4, so it'll be 3rd and goal.
Samilton
at the 4.
With the tackle there. We may have a new quarterback in for East St. Louis, George. Raheem Samuels, number 14, if he checks back in. He's in there now. So Samuels is the new quarterback. He was in there in that last play, actually.
Should have known he doesn't have the white gloves on. Hands it off to Brown. Brown dives ahead to about the 2.
Nice tackle there by Llewellyn again. Zachary Llewellyn, the senior.
And it'll bring up 4th and goal for East St. Louis from the 2. And I don't think the Flyers are going to go for a field goal.
Now look at that playing from scrimmage. Samuels, the new quarterback. He's a sophomore. 5'11", 155. Raheem Samuels.
He's in the shotgun formation. Hands it off to number 8. He slips and falls at the 5. Handoff went to McKevion DeRoe. And the Flyers will turn the ball over. Alton 1st and 10 at the 5-yard line. 95 yards to go to get points on the board with 2:40 and counting in the 3rd quarter. East St. Louis 48, Alton nothing. Brent Berkland with all the action of Bethalto Civic Memorial hosting Effingham. Down immediately following this one and the naming of the Munganest Alton Toyota Player of the Game. Redbirds come to the near side with Colleen Samilton. Quarterback up underneath. Handed off on the left side, and there's no gain. Ball pops loose, but the whistle had blown. 43 on the carry for the Redbirds, Dane Hudson. Loss of 1, 2nd and 11. From the 4 for Alton. Stegall underneath center that particular time. Did not go to the pistol. For the Redbirds, number 10 running the play in again, Jeremiah Tandy. Tandy, a 5'11", 150-pound senior.
Now he runs out and then goes back to check on the play again, and he brings it back in.
Maybe he forgot.
Redbirds need to get this play off quickly here.
What happened to make designing a play in the dirt, huh? Like we did when we were kids.
All right, you go long, you go short.
Yeah, there you go. I'll throw to one of you.
Get open.
Everybody else block. Stegall, fake, coming. He's at the 5. He's at the 10. Down to about the 14. Nice run by Stegall on the fake throw.
I'm going to say
quarterback draw.
That wasn't designed, I don't think.
I think it was designed like quarterback draw, yeah, because he dropped back like he's going to throw, then ran it right up the right side, and it's a first down for the Redbirds. Make it 3rd down and 1, short by a yard. There's under a minute to go here in quarter number 3, 48-0. You're listening to Alton Redbird football on WBGZ Alton.
That was good legal ID. Very good.
Within the 10-minute mark, wasn't it? Or was it 5? I don't know.
No, you're like...
Yeah, the FCC, they change everything every time.
You're good.
Stegall, quarterback sneak, and he didn't make it.
Not that time.
It's going to be 4th down. Alton will have to punt or try for it.
All sorts of white and orange and blue there, pushing back on the red and white. And Redbirds didn't have a shot that time. They may have to kick it away.
Well, it's pretty obvious why St. Louis is ranked 4th in the state in 4A play, and probably in 7A play, 8A play could probably be ranked as well in the upper echelon. Well, that ends the 3rd quarter as we have a continuous clock. We're switching fields. Clock will start 12 minutes and it will run continuously. 48-0 after 3. Alton and East St. Louis. Big Z Radio Sport.
All right, sir, we finished all the services on your car. They'll take it over for your complimentary car wash and they'll call you when it's ready.
We're back at Public School Stadium. The Redbirds looking at 4th and 1, and they're going to punt. We got a flag. Legal procedure. East Alton.
Well,
why? I ask why. You're just delaying the inevitable. I mean, so he moved. Big deal.
So you're saying look away?
When it comes to this point in time, you have to fudge on the rules a little bit. It's called the mercy rule, and it's in there for a reason. Punt is away, taken at about the 37 and hit immediately. Who was that Redbird that hit him?
That was number 50. Let's give the kudos there to Cade Bach, who timed that one perfectly.
180-pound junior, and boy, he hit him good. He'll remember that hit for the rest of his life. Yeah, remember that game in St. Louis? We're getting beat 48-0. Yeah, I hammered that guy in that punt return. Yes, you did, Cade, and you have a right to brag about it.
Flyers get the ball in the 39.
And they already lead 48-0. Let's see if they strike and go for the air. I wouldn't put it past Mr. Sunka to do it. I mean, all fair and love and war. You play the game to win, to put more points on the board than the other team.
Samuels, the new quarterback, still in there.
Snap, drops back, he's throwing.
Right.
He's going to air it out. He's got a man open. Incomplete. And a penalty flag, of course.
All over the place.
Of course, the back guy, oh my gosh.
2 flags.
Official on the near side. I haven't thrown my flag all night. I'm going to throw it right now.
32.
Come on,
Locke was the intended receiver, or the defensive back, excuse me. And another.
Sometimes you have to ask yourself why.
There you go.
Clock rolling, under 10 and a half to go. 1st and 10 East St. Louis at the Alton 24. Wide out goes. 2 goes to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation, single receiver. Let's see if he goes out for the pass. Nope, they're going to give him the run. 29, he's at the 15, down to the 10. Is that Kevin Brown? 29.
That would be Kevin Brown. Might be a typo there. I'm going to guess that.
So the Flyers look at another 1st and 10. 1st and 10, 1st and goal maybe? Yeah, it's going to be first and goal.
All right.
Henry Grabby and Arlie Grills over there that have been around for 25 years. Franklin in the shotgun. Snap. Oh, high snap. He gets it, picks it up. Trying to run. He can't. They're chasing him.
Redbirds on him.
They're going to mark the forward progress. I don't know. They may give him the 24.
Keontae Holmes in there. Bach in there as well.
It's going to be second down and goal from the 24. Second and goal from the 24.
Excuse me, not Bach. That was number 60. Reginald Rhines in there on the tackle, too.
Henry Grabby slaps the official over on the far side. Good job, buddy. Good job. Got a story about Henry. Football game our senior year. He claims it was Edwardsville. I claim it was St. Louis U we were playing. He got his bell rung pretty good. He was laughing the whole time. Franklin tries to pass it on the far side in the corner. It goes incomplete. But the clock continues to go. As we are at a 48-0 pace.
That time Samuels really aired that one out, but threw it out of bounds. He runs to the sideline, gets the play, and bring it back in.
So to bring up third down and goal from the 24. Samuels has him set. There's a snap on the far side. Guys running.
Look out.
I think it's 29.
29, 24. It might be Johnny Jones or Janie Jones, I believe. 24.
That's who it is.
Number 24, the senior, with the touchdown for East St. Louis.
24-yard touchdown run makes it 54-0. And we may have to crack out the record books to find out the most points scored against the Alton Redbird football team. I don't know if anybody that scored 60 points. Where's my football historian, Joe Hook? Two-point conversion. Go figure. 29.
That hole. Wow.
I think it's 29 chairs.
Yes, number 29. That's Kevin Brown.
Kevin Brown.
Kevin Brown. I think
must have switched numbers.
So two-point conversion is good, and East St. Louis now 56-0.
So the Redbirds facing a running clock, 7:40 to go. Well, it stops now for the kickoff. Why, I don't know. What's a few seconds when you're getting beat 56-0? But the Redbirds haven't quit trying. You come to dress to play to do this thing, and well, you could give up, but solve nothing. I'm sure there are some underclassmen that are seeing some varsity action here. Number 3 comes trotting onto the field. Keandre Samilton, a sophomore. I guess he didn't know he was on the kick return team.
Well, actually one of the Flyers did the same thing just now, too. They were playing a little 10-on-10.
Okay, kick taken by Alton at the 20. 35 tripped up. You know, when you bend down to pick it up, you got to look at it. When you look up and see some guy barreling down on you, you got to wonder to yourself, why did I do that?
That was Smith again.
Well, Smith he's been a workhorse tonight.
He has.
He has been a workhorse, and
well, like you said, George. I mean, these kids they're playing their guts out here.
Yeah.
And they know they're getting creamed, but they're still out there hitting. They're still trying to make tackles. They're trying to keep their coverage. They're returning footballs. And they're doing what the coaches asked them to do. And so
Dylan Proudy, P-R-O-U-D-I-E. He is the new quarterback for Alton. He is a sophomore. Welcome to varsity football, young man. Hands it off. Maybe one.
Number 34, Michael Overstreet, a junior, with the run for the Redbirds.
First time we've called him tonight.
Yep, gain of 1.
19 coming off, Simeon Brown. So some fresh jerseys in there because I know the Alton offense, all their numbers were in the 70s, which is kind of unusual because usually your center is 50, your guards are 60, your tackles are 70, your receivers are 80, your backfield is 0 to 40. 0 to 49, excuse me. Second and a short 10. Prouty. Busted play, he's going to have to run it. And I'm sure he's going to have something to say to his running back when he gets in the huddle.
He went right, the running back went left. And
hey, one of us is wrong.
And we'll have to review that one quickly. Fix it and get it right the next time.
No doubt about it. Well, we're going to, as soon as this one's over, we're going to wrap it up rather quickly, name the Mungenast Alton Toyota Player of the Game, and then we'll send it to Bryn Birkeland at Hauser Field in Bethalto, where the Eagles are hosting Effingham. Tomorrow at 11, I'll be there joining for the broadcast to listen to it on 94.3 Alton and Illinois and Western Illinois. Got to catch Brent at 10 o'clock for sports talk. Hand off, nowhere, no hay, and come on, let's quit. Let's quit now. They're blowing that whistle. They got to take a breath.
So Redbirds will come out. Stegall's going to come out and kick it away.
Hopefully I'll be fishing tomorrow morning.
Can you tell us where you're going? Or
I
top
hope,
secret?
all I can say is I hope the fishing becomes catchy.
I was just going to say, anybody can fish.
Yes.
Can you catch?
If I'm in the right pond.
Okay. Well, good luck.
No, I don't have a little farm pond north of Brighton either. had one south of Bunker Hill. Punt by Stegall. Gets a Redbird bounce. And out of bounds at the 48. Look, I'm taking the wife, and I just hope she can catch a good big fish.
Now, will you keep it and cook it up? Or
You done right, I will.
All right.
If I can get a fillet off of it, I'm going to cook it. Think I go fishing to throw them back? Spend all that time and money? No way. I had a cousin one time that loved to fish, but he hated fish.
Really?
Yeah, go figure that one out. I don't know why, but he loved to fish, but hated fish. So East St. Louis with the ball. First and 10 at the 48. We're down to 3:36, and the pain is starting to go away. Quarterback, Samuelson, says, I need another player. So they grab a kid with a low number and shove him out there. He don't know what's going on. He's just going to block. No, he's going to take the handoff. That's number 24. He's at the 50, 45, 40. Yeah, they got the right guy. He's down and out of bounds.
There's flags.
And another flag thrown, yeah. Throw some more laundry.
Well,
don't they know that every time they throw it on the ground, they got to pick it up?
You know.
It's kind of like golf. You know, you hit it and go find it.
I'm going to guess face mask. It looked like from here he may have had a handful of masks.
That or a late hit out of bounds.
Well.
Where's the man in the white hat? There he is. He's going to tell us, I think.
Yeah, face mask.
Face mask. Alton, 15-yard penalty, personal foul. And another first down.
Well, Locke was called for the penalty. He's pleading innocence. It was a high. He had a hold of him around the head, and from here it looked like he did. He says not. Well, the referee was right there, so.
First and 10 at the 13. I didn't do it, sir, but I've got his helmet in my hand.
He's closer to me.
I didn't hold his jersey. Well, what are you doing with it in your hands for? Coming to the near side.
Nice tackle
by the Redbirds on the tackle. 31. That being Keontae Holmes, a 5'6", 200-pound junior with a nice open field, backfield tackle. Loss of 3 to the 16. Second and 13 now. Under 2 to go. Let's see if East St. Louis rub salt into the wound. See if they go for 6. It's 56-0.
Well, you know, these boys want to score as much as the boys did in the first half, so they're just going to hand it run up the middle and see what happens. And that happens.
Yep.
Wall of Redbirds that time.
From the 16 to the 16 of a 3rd down and 13.
And there on the tackle, Kevin Caldwell was there.
Fans
Locke was
stayed
there.
around this long, heading for the exit gate up on State Street. This place will be packed tomorrow night with Marquette taking on Kincaid South Fork. Sam Stem will have all the play-by-play for you. Kickoff time for that at 7 o'clock. What do we got now?
Gonna take a knee.
No!
Gonna take a knee with 40 seconds left.
Okay, well, that's going to be it. Redbirds and the Flyers. Let's hope everybody maintains their cool here. Coach is getting the Redbirds back towards the west. East St. Louis watching the clock. He'll take another knee. Clock's going to continuously run.
They're going to let him just
They're just going to let it go.
stand it out.
I hope they don't do it. No, they're not. Officials are sending them off to their sides. This game is over, ladies and gentlemen. The final score, East St. Louis convincingly, while they're number 4 in the state in 4A with a 56-0 win over the Redbirds. This game was not for naught because that first play by the Redbirds, they took the kickoff, 12 minutes, kept the ball for about 9.5 minutes before they had to give it up, but they ran the ball. They looked good, and it looked as though we might have a pretty decent ball game here, but then the wheels fell off the bus, and they lost the motor and the transmission. The windshield went, and from there on it was nothing but trouble for the Redbirds. They couldn't mount any type of offense, and they lose it to the Flyers by a score of 56-0. The Munganest Alton Toyota player of the game, I think we should shoot it to number 35 for the Alton Redbirds, that being Mr. Smith. He was a workhorse tonight. He ran the ball hard. He was called upon a number of times as well. And in a losing cause, yeah, East St. Louis, their quarterback, Estes.
I would say if you're going to give one to East St. Louis to mention to them, I would say to Estes.
Estes would be the honorable mention one, even though, but, you know, Alton Munganest, Alton Toyota, they're right here in town. And, you know, hometown pays the bills, and I appreciate Munganest Alton Toyota for sponsoring the player of the game, and Mr. Smith for the Alton Redbirds, I think, deserved it, and that's where we're going to go with it. So, Mark, I want to thank you for joining me here. First time I've done this, I think, in 5 years. It's been such a long time since I got out of radio. I enjoyed it and enjoyed working with you. Mr. Brian Hennigan back in the studios, thank you very much for turning all the dials and keeping us straight. Thank you to the Alton Public School System for allowing us the facilities that we've had to do this one. And again, the final score, East St. Louis 56, Alton 50. Hang around. Civic Memorial and Effingham from Hauser Field and Methalto with Britt Berkland coming up next. For Mark Hillebrock, for our staff, I'm George Jepper saying so long and thanks for listening to Big Z Radio Sports.